recorded this back in March 2026, and then life got in the way. I didn't get around to editing it until now, and I really didn't think about putting it up, but people wanted to catch up. Since recording this, 2 days later we had a frost, and then a week after that we had snow on the mountain. This weekend just gone, we've had 2 days of frost, and this is only April, which is supposed to be autumn. So our garden doesn't look like this anymore, and our season has finished. But let's rewind and let's go and catch up and have a walk around the garden before the frosts hit. Please stay till the end. I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, how have you all been? It's been a while, and the reason why it's been a while is because we have so much going on between January and May. That means that we really don't have time to put out videos because we have got so much going on. Today is, I think, the 29th of March. I have 2 moments to do this for you and update you on what we are doing and what we may or may not be doing in the future, i.e. should we continue. But as it is a beautiful day, it is autumn and it is nearly the end of our growing season, I thought I'd take you a look around and show you how our beautiful market garden is working out. Before I do that, what have we been busy with? Well, it is festival season, and festival season means a lot of making. So lots of jumper making, and I am flat out, and we have been so successful at the festivals this year and so busy. We did Steamfest.
Candles for sale today. $17 that I've taken money for that plus your $35 that you sold. And if you did any more on card. Oh, but also. Okay. Entry. This market has the steam roller. This is
Miss Martin, who is the brother of Chris Martin. So these two will want to meet each other. But every year they want to see who actually then still grow up. Remember that the flywheel must remain you can see they're sort of staggered because they decided that one has a handicap. So Terry Dawson is the ultimate doctor. He's putting them into place and then we'll count them down and make sure that they give us the range that we will not forget. Coming forward to Miss Martin. He doesn't like it because that's fire. He's the furthest forward and he's not happy. This is the point where you'll be able to choose which do you think, which one will be the slowest effective. Miss Martin says, what does he think he is? A snail?
And we also have done Heirloom Festival.
So you like tomatoes then, do you?
It shows.
Tomatoes? How do I know?
That's all right.
My goodness, there's a lot of tomatoes there.
the way to do it. You get to see them all that way.
There's no way. It's too many to choose from. It's
Yeah.
too much.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Unknown pair. That's so ominous. It's cool. That's it. Unknown pair. That's it. And he's also an unknown. Unless they're Jonathan.
Now, Heirloom Festival was the most successful festival we've ever done. It was mind-blowing, and Steamfest was better than last year. We also had an Irish festival last weekend, and that was the best ever that we've had. So this year has been really successful for us, which on the flip side, and it's a catch-22, means that we need to be more busy making our handmade products there, and also doing this because we sold out at most of our markets with our beautiful produce, and that means more harvesting, more planting, more, just so much more, which means we are so limited in what we can do in the way of producing videos, and it's really not worth our time. We earn absolutely nothing from this, and It's a lot of energy, a lot of time out. It's stressful for no reason whatsoever. YouTube does not make it easy. We have to compete with 15 million other people who are doing exactly the same thing, having their market garden, trying to do up their home, and the competition is so high, it's really not worth it. But we'll talk a little bit more of that at the end of the video. First of all, let's take a look around this beautiful garden on this glorious day. Before we start having a look at the garden, I want to take you out to the roadside stall and show you that. But have you also noticed the sound quality is slightly better? Yes, we answered all your prayers. We got microphones. Now, it took a long time for us to get microphones because we had a lot of troubles with all the ones that we did get. And finally, a YouTuber that we followed did a review on microphones and suggested the ones that we bought. They were on sale. They were at a reasonable price because I tell you, this stuff is really expensive. And got them. They've been brilliant when they've been on. So I've just done a YouTube crochet tutorial. If you didn't know I did that. It's called Lucky Platypus Crochet, and I have just finished a major section and my microphone was off the whole time. I only noticed because I went to check for this video that I'm doing now, and it didn't work, so I had to re-record what you've just seen. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to do voiceover, but otherwise I think the clarity of the recording is really, really nice. Anyway, enough talking. Let me show you our roadside stall. Okay, so here she is. Very, very successful this year. Saying that, the last week's been a bit but our sign's been really clear, and our produce everybody's loved, and you can see that we have people that provide us with things. So someone gives us eggs. They live in the next village over, and another person has given us their apples. They live in the opposite direction in the next village. Also their rhubarb, because we haven't we've got another year before our rhubarb is coming up, but the season is changing, so our produce is changing. So we've just got the apples and the rhubarb in, and this is our stock. Some of my woolies, and then you go into the fridge and there's some of our beautiful produce, and it has changed throughout the year. We no longer have peas, snow peas, snap peas. Coming to the end of our strawberries, cucumbers, and can't think of what else we had that we no longer have. And the eggs are there. So because we get provided the eggs at a really cheap price, we provide them to everybody else at a cheap price, cheaper than the supermarkets. We also have some of my candles and herbs that I make. Now, saying that, I am going to need some of mixed herbs, and I'll leave the curry mix there because I've got some inside. I made a hell of a lot last time, so I will go and get it from inside. And I'm going to be doing some canned tomatoes because we have got so many tomatoes at the moment. Let's now take a little look around our market garden. I will show you the plants and not so much me. So let's have a look at what you want to look at, which is not me. All right, let's start with the cucumbers. Now, you might think, what on earth has happened to the leaves? We had a massive windstorm, another one, and so they're all being wind blown. The last 2 days, the highest temperature has been 16 degrees, low of, what was it, 4 degrees. So I'm really happy that they haven't completely died off, but as you can see, we've got some cucumbers sneaking in there. one there. And there's quite a few in amongst these. You just got to do a little bit of searching to find them. And I don't mind if this dies back now, because even all the little cucumbers that we have, I'll make gherkins out of it. Yeah, I can't see any on there. Oh, we've got a big one there. Okay, I think I need to get that one off. Oh, another 3. Wow, I haven't checked for the last few days. Let me get that in there. There we go. Oh, one. I think we came off. There we go. I think that one is ready. So these have got a really tough skin. So they're one of your heirloom heritage cucumbers. And very, very watery inside. Really nice. We're not selling these because they are getting scratched up and people don't like it looking bad. But it tastes beautiful. And we're making really nice pickles with this. So I think I need to do some cucumber picking after I've done this. They're coming along beautifully. And then our strawberries. This is the second year of having this patch, and it has been way more than last year, the amount of strawberries we have. You can see they're still flowering, so we're still getting lots of strawberries. And they're still tasting really yum. Which brings us to this strawberry patch. So I think it was July, we had a video out on planting these strawberries. I am incredibly disappointed with the 90 plugs that we put in. All they have seemed to have done is produce runners. So if you see this tub here, that are runners from them. Maybe we got 50 strawberries maximum from these 90 plants here. Now, that's up to the 90 plants go along and up to there. Those plants up the top, brilliant. So let's take a look at those. So these 90 plants we got from someone in Victoria, and these ones here that you can see all the strawberries on them, they have been fantastic, and we got those from Bunnings. So these are $2 strawberry plants from Bunnings, and they have been fantastic. This one here and this one here were runners that I kept aside and overwintered and planted here, from another tub behind me, and they've been doing beautifully too. So these plants just down, great. These plants up, awful. I have plucked runners off them several times this season. We have fertilized them, we have looked after them, they look beautiful, but they do not produce fruit. So incredibly disappointing. What we will do, I don't know whether to just leave them to overwinter and see what they do next year, or bring in new ones, or just pay the $2 for the Bunnings ones because they were brilliant. We'll see what we do next year. So behind me, I had done cuttings for rosemary and lavender. They were highly successful. You can see this one here has gone nuts. I've got to plant it. I sold so many. I actually didn't mean to sell them. I was just filling up the roadside stall and they kept selling. I went, oh well, I'll plant some more next time. They will go in the herb garden eventually. I would like to get it before autumn is over, but we'll see. All right, so next to it, well, it looks like a bed that's just died. Well, pretty much has. It was our snow pea bed. and it was fantastic. Absolutely chockers. Now there's one or two left. You can see a couple there. Not many left. So we have pretty much finished, and we'll just snack on the ones that we see, but we'll be pulling this bed up very, very soon, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do it in the next couple of days. So it's on both sides of the trellis. We have some rhubarb there, so it's got another year of growing before we pick that. Parsley here, which has been fantastic, growing beautifully. Grew that from seed. Same with the peas here. So that's the other side of the peas. So they were brilliant. They would be always the first thing that's sold at the markets and on our stall as well. Next to it are our tomatoes. So these here are our self-seeded tomatoes. The little tiny ones are called Candyland. I'm so glad that they popped up because I could not find it anywhere to grow from seed or from a seedling. And so I'm very happy it's self-seeded. It's one of my favourites. Very sweet, burst of flavour. Have it in a salad, brilliant. And then the tomatoes look a bit deflated. They were all standing up quite nicely, and then we've had 2 days of wind, and with the weight of the amount of tomatoes that are on there, they've all flopped. So next year we will do a proper trellis system, put some wiring mesh up and let them trail up on there. So it is a mixture of determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. Here we have some Black Russian, which is one of our favorites. So all along here are Black Russian. You can see a lot of them are ripening. We've had so many off here so far. Very late season this year. They didn't start truly ripening till about 2 weeks ago, which is incredibly late. We were a bit worried we wouldn't get anything because of just how crazy the weather has been. I mean, we had snow on the mountains for Christmas, so it's been very cool. We've maybe had 2 days in the 30s, the rest have been in the 20s. Next to it is a bush tomato, and then we've got cherry tomatoes all the way along here. They've been really beautiful, but yes, they look very, very flat. Normally they're standing up quite tall as this post here, but as you can see, they've fallen down. Same with these ones here, which are also the cherry tomatoes. And then next to the cherries is an heirloom yellow tomato. You can see there, they look like little bells, yellow bells. And then at the end is one of my seedlings that for the life of me, I could not tell you what the species is, but it's very sweet. And same with around here, these were all the seedlings I grew. All these were, well, most of these were ones I grew from seeds, sorry. But I got the labels all mixed up, so I can't tell you which is which for most of them. For example, this one here is just a very, very big tomato. Yeah, don't know. And then another yellow. It's dropping its tomatoes. Oh, there we go. Nice and warm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what species some of these are. And then we come to the Tigerellas. So they're a stripy tomato. And you can see here the stripe on them. And then we come to the egg-shaped Roma tomatoes. And there are so many on there, they're so weighted down with fruit. So we pick them when they are just starting to turn, like that. This year has been a big slug and snail year. The first 2 years weren't. So we pick them just when they are starting to blush, like in there. And you've seen the tubs that we sit them in and let them ripen. Okay, so behind me is the pumpkin patch. Last year we had the pumpkin patch up the back there. Right, let's see if I can show you. Right there, that bit up there. And they did not do very well at all. This year, it's been fantastic. Now, let me see if I can get you in there. Can you see them there? Now, there are 4 species in here. There's this one, which is the small something or other. So they're just a tiny pumpkin. Then we have, I don't know if I can get to it, the big one there, which I'd have to look up to see what that is because I don't remember. Then we grew these from seeds. Then this green one just popped up. I have no idea what this is because I did not buy green. But I have a funny feeling it might be seeds that I saved from last year. And then we have some, try and get in there, some butternuts. Oh, sorry. It's really hard to see. There we go. We have a couple of them. I think there are more in here, but it's really hard to see. And these vines are so spiky. I've just got spiked. But, yeah. So really, really successful pumpkin patch this year. Really happy about that. This is another one of last year's strawberry patches. It's on its 2nd round of strawberries. And there's one there. They're really sweet, this one. I don't know what species it is, 'cause I can't remember. And we're still trying to plant some winter crops. So here we have our silver beet. So, or the Americans like to call it rainbow chard or whatever. Okay, you can see this one is different colours. And we're at the end of our snap peas here. So pea season is truly finishing. We have a red currant. It's very young, so it didn't currant this year. Hopefully next year. And a black currant, same thing. Got them at the same time. So they've still got another year before they will produce. And some more cucumbers. We had extra seeds. Thought we'd just stick it in the ground and see how we go. Bit late in the season, so they might produce. I can see some baby ones on there, but it's starting to get cold now, so not sure. Some more snap peas. You can see we've got some of them here. This is our 2nd planting. These are so yum. Oh, so sweet. I love snap peas above snow peas any day. So if the bees are still active, so it's warming through the day but cold in the mornings, and they fertilise these, we might get a few more. Yum, yum, yum. A couple more cucumbers. I don't think they're going to do anything down there, but you know, never know. Some beans. They're the butter beans. Some more snap peas. We were just basically plonking seeds anywhere and seeing how they will grow. Another tomato that's self-seeded itself, so I have no idea what species it is, and it's just taking over, and it has fallen in the wind that we had. So let's get it up. Because underneath here Oh my goodness. We've got some lettuce. Wowee. We've got some cucumber. I don't think that's going to do anything either. Lettuce that's gone to seed. And our capsicum. So we've got some banana capsicum there. I'm going to use this in a salsa. I'm actually really surprised that these came up as good as they did, because once again with this crazy weather you wouldn't think they would do okay on the outside, but you see that one? Look at the size of that. Really really good. And lettuce, so we'll be picking those soon. Some more snap peas, yep. And then celery. We had a friend who really loves celery and wanted us to try and grow it, and so far it's doing really well. So we don't know what time of the year you're supposed to grow it. We just saw them on sale, bung them in the ground. They were a fraction of the size of what they are now. They actually look like parsley rather than celery. But they're doing really well. More cucumbers. I thought I saw one then. So yeah, as you can see, we're just plonking cucumber seeds everywhere. And we're on the other side of our silver beet, strawberries and pumpkins. So we had spinach in this bed to start off with, and we've replanted some spinach in here since we've been succession planting continuously in all our beds. So we had spinach in here, and then we decided to put some beans in here. These beans will get hopefully another couple of weeks out of it if the weather can stay the way it is. We've got butter beans and green beans. They're just bush beans, and some spinach. We did try and do another planting of cauliflower and cabbage, but the cauliflower moth has taken over them and absolutely decimated them. So I have, oh, there's one goes fly by right when I'm talking about you. They're horrible things. They just strip your plant. I think I've still got one. Yeah, so see here, just this one here, it just strips the plant of everything. It's a caterpillar that they do. Oh, I got a carrot. So I've got these, I've ordered these decoys. They look like moths. They're on a stick, a moth-shaped thing on a stick, and you put it in and it blows in the wind. Apparently they're territorial and they won't come when another moth is around. So hopefully it works. Probably is too late for this season, but saying that, another one's just coming in the shot. Where are you? Probably too late for this season, but maybe next season. And then there's another one. See, there's thousands of them. This was a hot box that James made, and I just put some seedlings that I had left over in here, and you can see they're ripening. This is the Roma. We've got some capsicum there. I just filled this up full of plants to see how it would go, and it's done brilliantly. Yeah, and we just take the lid off when it's lovely and warm like it is today. Now in this bed, I have no idea what James has planted. We did have potato onion, and that did so well, and we're going to make pickled onions with that. I love pickled onions, so I thought making our own hopefully will be very good. But what is in there now? No idea. I'd have to ask him. Okay, so in here turnips, I think, salad turnips. So very sweet turnip, white. In this one we have French breakfast radish, and that is ready to pick, so we'll be picking that for the next market. What we had in here before was spring onions, which everybody thought they were leeks. We don't know how to do a small spring onion. And I don't think we had any of our onions. It's supposed to be white onions and it didn't come up, or white spring onions. So we've just been planting whatever in here, from Asian greens to radishes that you see now. In here, probably more radishes or turnips, I'm not sure. I'd have to ask James what that is. And this is parsley. Because we were selling so much parsley, we decided to grow another parsley. This had red onions in it, and the red onions, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We even came second in the biggest and weirdest and strangest vegetables at the Heirloom Festival, and we came second with our, well, we're not sure which one won. I think it was the onion, because it's massive. I'll put the little video of it in here. And then we're at the end of our cauliflower. The cauliflower was good to eat for us, was not good to sell, because it just got annihilated. Even though I had it covered, got annihilated by the moths still, and the slugs. Oh, the slugs. I don't know what was worse, the snails or the slugs. But I am trying a little sock technique somebody suggested, and putting that over and seeing how it goes, but I don't think it worked. I think I should only use nylons, but yeah. Under here, oh, the wind has blown it all over, but under here is our second planting of cabbages. How are we going? Oh yeah, oh nice. Oh, it's all starting to fold up there, so hopefully we get a winter cabbage here, and got some happening there, and there should be red ones here. So fix it up later. They should be starting to form up now for winter, and these were the ones I did in summer. So you can see very tiny. The moths have just been nuts in them. So there's various varieties here. Cannot remember what ones we've got, but the outside, like this one here, the outside looks awful, but when you remove all that, the inside's really nice. And I've made a couple of coleslaws. It's been beautiful. And once again, I tried to see if putting the cloth over would work, and hard to say, but I'll put the cover back over after I've done this. I don't know how much it's helped. Definitely hasn't helped with the slugs and snails. All right, let's head up towards the back. Okay, so it is time to have a look up the back area and see what we've been doing up there. Lots of succession planting, lots and lots of it. So we're constantly keeping it going, constantly having more and more. It's a trial as well to see what we can grow when, and when the season actually finishes, which we normally get our first frosts in May, and seeing what we can grow to there and how long we can supply everybody. This is our fruit garden that we got 4 cherries off and nothing else. Because of the crazy windy spring, it didn't do much at all. So there's not really much to show you there, but you'll notice that we've got a random garden there and a random one here. So we had an inquiry from someone who supplies veggie boxes and wants stock, and he asked us if we could grow for him. So we thought we'd set up a couple of random plots and see how we go, and then we never heard from him again. So it was good to see that all we needed to do was just get piles of dirt. So we've always got some dirt there, plonk piles of dirt down, stick the seeds in, and hey presto, look what happens. So in this one we've got some spinach, and these are seeds from what I saved last year from our pumpkins. Now I thought they were not viable because I tried them in pots first so I could transplant, and nothing came up. So James planted these. We had 2 rows, so where the spinach was we had another row, and they didn't come up at all, but these ones did. So we think 2 species, one wasn't viable, this one is, and they've only just started to flower. So I don't know whether this is going to be too late to produce any fruit. Who knows? So we will just see. But it was nice to see that some of them were still viable, these seeds that I saved from last year. Now over in our other plot, we did this one with a hay boundary, trying to keep the weeds out. James has become a pro at hoeing and tilling and weeding and that. So this is our next patch of beetroot that we are harvesting from at the moment. And we've just finished our second patch of carrots, and this is our third patch of carrots that we are harvesting from for it will be ready hopefully. So it's Saturday today, so next Saturday is Deloraine Market, and it should be ready for that. So we've been using this patch for the roadside stall, and that patch we will be using for the next market. So what we've been doing is growing, every time we've finished a patch, growing more on it of something else that we believe will be able to get us through the next month, if that makes sense. Over here are the blueberries. Now they need a lot of work done on them. Basically I've got to do a lot of work. They are not growing very fast, so we're going to sort that out, and hopefully next year they'll start growing and producing a lot of fruit this year, a lot of fruit, but we weren't supposed to leave them on there, but I didn't have the heart to take them off. I just couldn't. You'll see we've got blackberries all along. They've been great, so we're up to the 3rd harvest, been freezing them as well. So this was our potato patch. We've only got those potatoes left now. So every time we've finished a row of potatoes, so harvesting them for the stall or the markets, we've been growing. So we have radish here. We've got French breakfast, which we're just about to finish this one. And down here are, oh, hold on, there we go. We've got Easter egg radish. I like to call them rainbow because they're all different colours. Hopefully you can see that there. I'll focus. Alright, and then the next lot of carrots, which will be after we finish that plot. Now James decided that he wanted to do beans and see how far into the season we can go. Well, they're not going to be ready in time. Our beans are finishing up, so it was a good experiment. And then we've got another thing of beetroot. Beetroot's been a massive seller. Then James has just recently planted, don't know. I don't know. So whatever that is, and whatever this is, he's got to start putting his sticks in the ground, the veggie markers, so I know what's what. And then we've got 5 more rows of potatoes, and they're all different varieties. So we've been doing a row at a time to supply the store and the market. All right, so as you can see up the back there, we have got a very impressive corn patch. It has been beautiful, and we grew it tight. Might be a little bit too tight, but the reason why is because of the horrendous winds that we get. They come from that direction over there, come straight in and blow into here. But as you can see, we've had 2 days of horrible winds. Today is just glorious. You would have no idea we get nasty winds, and it's looking brilliant, and it's not far now from picking, and everybody is hanging out for us to hurry up and pick, and we're like, it's just not ready yet. It is late once again because of this horrible cold weather we've had this summer. I've enjoyed it, but the plants haven't. But we're not far off. The silks are starting to brown, which is a good sign, and they're starting to feel quite firm. They're just a bit spongy still. I am not going to open up to check. The reason why is the moment we open them up, our earworms are going to get in there. Now, earworms are a caterpillar, and they do so much damage. We had a lot of that last year, but the silks are really browning off here, so that feels nice. So we'll have to see. We'll go and get James, see what he thinks. Alright, I just got James, and we're going to trial out to see if the corn there, we're going to try that one, see if it's ready. So it is the 28th of March, very late for corn picking, but let's give it a go. Nah, still white. Oh, we've still got a bit to go. It's hard to see it in the sun. Hold on, let me go this way. So it's looking nice, but it's still not the right colour. No earworms. Wow, awesome. It's looking nice. Still got, I don't know, what do you reckon, a week or two?
Hopefully 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Before the next frost anyway.
James will eat it. I don't like it like that. What does it taste like?
Like very young corn.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's go and have a look at the rest. Okay, so I don't know whether we had these 2 rows in on the last video, but we put these 2 rows in because we thought it was just a waste of space not having them there, because it's just bare. So what we had was lettuce, and that was beautiful. However, we didn't use it in time. People are just not buying lettuce like they do in other places, so it's not a cash crop for us. Most farmers say, lettuce, 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 you got to grow lettuce. Yeah, we were so proud of how well we grew the lettuce, but it didn't sell, so it was wasted. So next year we'll do a very small plotted lettuce. Now this row we had is our 3rd row we did of beetroot. So we had red and golden. And the golden is still in there. It's overgrown with weeds now. It does not sell as well as the red. Tastes the same. Some people think it's sweeter. Looks pretty. The red and the gold look beautiful together, but people are really funny about about it because it's something new. So let's see if I can, let's grab one out. I've got to get to it first. Oh, grab one out, and it's a small one, but it's very pretty. And when you see that with a red, it's very, very nice. So beetroot are a big seller for us. So that's why you'll see as we walk around, we've got lots and lots of beetroot. All right, of course, the moment I'm doing a video, James decides that he's going to do some ploughing. You'll see that this bed here is finished. It's been next to the corn. This was our massive bean patch, huge amount of beans. And the biggest sellout of our green and our gold beans are the gold beans, the butter beans. People have been going nuts for those. So we didn't manage to harvest from it as much as we want to because we simply didn't have enough people buying or enough markets to go to sell it. It's a toss-up between doing festivals to sell our handmade produce or go to a market to sell our vegetables. It's very hard for us to split up to do both because it takes so much to set them up and we need both of us to serve. So we have to pick one or the other. Here is our next lettuce patch, and that's what we'll probably do all the time in the future. And this is a regrowing one, so you chop the top off and then it grows back. So we've already done one harvest and we'll do another one for next weekend. We've got some spinach. Spinach is a big favourite at the moment, so that's been doing really well. It is cut and come again, baby spinach. Another patch for our beetroot. So this will be the next patch we go to after we finish the one behind. That one way over there. And then this is another radish patch. So we basically pretty much harvest the whole thing, sell it in big lots, and anything that we don't sell we make pickle out of. Alright, so let's go and see the herb garden. The herb garden has been a massive success. I have made so many herb tins. So I do the dried mixed herbs, dried curry herb mix and dried lemon herb mix, and they've been really successful, really surprised me. And so we've got our coriander and seeding coriander, lemon balm. I had extra tomato seedlings, so I've planted all those in here, so they're just coming ripe. We have oregano, lots of lavender to attract all the bees, which they've been doing a brilliant job because we've got so many tomatoes. And saying that, look at my other patch where I had to put extra tomato seedlings. They're so heavy with fruit. And then we've got the dill that is seeding. We've got to pick those seeds. Tarragon. Not a fan of tarragon. I don't know. Does anybody else agree with me? It smells like feet. Or is it just my weird nose? Then we have thyme. Thyme, normal thyme, lemon thyme, lemon thyme. I love the lemon thyme. The bush in the middle is a native green bottle brush. Once again to attract the insects, the beneficial insects. Then we have curry plant, got 3 of those. They'll make a bush eventually. That's what I use in my curry mix, along with the coriander, more coriander and more lavender. Over in this one we've got more dill. So I've been using the dill in our pickling, drying. We even sell it on its own, same with the coriander. And then we have pineapple sage, normal sage, and lemon sage. If you never smelt pineapple sage, it is beautiful, so nice. And then once again, I've got the green bottle brush. Then we have chives. Never been able to grow chives before. Now I've got them. I don't know what you're supposed to do with them. Beautiful lavender. And the end of this lettuce, which is called something trout. Now I've forgotten. Yeah, can't remember. So it's starting to seed off, and so we'll finish them up here. And some more spinach. And then down the side there is where we'll have a lavender and rosemary hedge, where my seedlings that the cuttings that I grew were supposed to go, but I sold them instead. So this has been a really successful garden, and I'm so happy with the design that we did, and all the work that we put into it has come really, really good. And the reason why probably is because of this big massive tank here. It has worked brilliantly. You can see James is using it at the moment, and James has spent a lot of time weeding and watering everything. So he is the main person that does all the planting, does all the weeding, tilling, hoeing, watering, making sure that this all looks so beautiful and get great harvests from it. And then we have the meadow, which has come back for autumn. And I'm so chuffed about that. So you can see we've got lots of little flowers coming up. I can't tell you the names of them. I just got this side here was from a box that just had mixed seeds. So we've got all sorts of flowers coming up, which I did not expect for autumn. And then the other side, so we're on the other side, and this is all the, I think I did a video on it, all the seeds that I bought in, so many different varieties, and I mixed them all together. And then I just plonked them in the ground, and not much came up, and I was so disappointed. I thought, well, hopefully next year they do. But just recently, these beautiful purple ones started to come up, and these ones are down here, and I can't remember what they are, but there's been, I think this one down here is a cornflower. And then we've got some more of these. Aren't they beautiful? And it's still attracting the bees in, which is fantastic, because we've still got plants that we want to fruit. And we've got a white version here, and whatever that one is down there. What I'll do is I'll try and get my plant app up, and I'll find out what these are and put a little label underneath them. Most of you out there probably already know and are screaming at the video going, it's this. And then this beautiful purple one over here. That one looks paper daisy. No, it's probably a cornflower. Just so pretty. And then this down here. So I didn't get my cut flowers from this year, but hopefully next year I'll be able to do that. Now you'll see that opposite that's our raspberry patch. That unfortunately was a big fail this year. And I have a funny feeling there's been a variety of different things that has gone against our raspberry patch. Now, once again, we've probably had about, 20 raspberries from it. And I have a funny feeling because the wind comes from behind through into this area that it has just, every time it's got at a good height, it's just been broken off, snapped off. So I think it needs wind protection. Also, there are so many crickets all over it, and I think they've been chomping at it. And we think we've got a critter that keeps coming in and just eating it as well. So these were all nice and tall, same height as these ones, but yeah, they've been annihilated. So unfortunately, not much luck. Oh, the tractor is a sprinkler. It moves when you put the water on. Obviously it's not in use at the moment. So it's been a bit disappointing because I absolutely love raspberries. One of my favorites. So to have a year where we have no raspberries, I moved them here specifically, split them all up to make more and more raspberry bushes, and then nothing. So hopefully we'll fix this problem during winter and they'll be good for next year. All right, I think last but not least is our orchard down here. Now, it hasn't been too crash hot. Once again, wind coming through in spring took all our blossoms away. And some trees look like they're dead, but it's not. It's just looks like it's struggling. So there are the pears, and then down here are apples. Now we have 4 apples. I hope you can see the 2 that are there now. Don't ask me what type they are. I have no idea because I lost the labels. But there are 2 apples there. I'm assuming that means they're ready to pick. So there's 1. And there's 2. So James and I can share those, see what they're like. And then on the one beside it, oh no, there's apple number 1 and apple number 2. Can't get it off, my hands are full. Hard to do one-handed. All right, I'll come back to you on this. Okay, so there's apple number 1 and apple number 2. I've given James his 2. And let's have a bite. That's a nice apple for a little itty bitty apple. Okay, apple number 2.
Ooh, sour.
Not as crisp. It feels a bit furry. The one that you say is sour, I actually really like. And then this one feels a bit
Cleansing on the mouth.
This one feels a bit fluffy. Yeah, how to describe, but fantastic that we've had our first apples on our property that we grew ourselves.
First fruit besides the cherries.
From the trees, yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that was a nice surprise and very refreshing. Let's continue the tour. So the next row are our plums. Nothing at all. They just grew. And it's no big thing. I mean, they shouldn't be producing fruit anyway. They're just too young. And then the most disappointing was the apricots. Only one tree, as you can see, came up. The others look dead, and we're doing one or two things. We're either going to rip them out and put in some cherries, or our neighbour says he would love to graft onto them. So we might do that. So our apricots and peaches and nectarines and stuff have not grown. So these two, a peacherine and a nectarine, and those two are apricots. So that apricot there, which is bushing, that one, that was the only one out of the 4 that we have. So yeah. So besides just garden, more market garden, James has been busy doing chopping wood ready for winter. So we've got a few piles of wood. You'll see here, got the 3 piles there, and we have a massive pile down here. Our neighbour behind, if you can see the building right there, that's our neighbour who put he chopped down a couple of trees for us to get firewood from. So James has been going over there. He got himself a brand new, I had to persuade him, a brand new chainsaw, much bigger, so he could get through this better. And so we've been doing that.
Hello everybody. We're going to get ready for winter and summer. And, this is a tree that I will be cutting up, green, and it should dry out in the next 3 months, 3 or 4 months. Most of it anyway. It's a pretty big tree. Well, hello subscribers. I've been chopping firewood. I bought a new chainsaw too. A still a bit bigger than I thought I needed. I'm glad I did, because it's cutting through this wood like butter. So this is a couple of hours work here. What takes the time is cutting all the little bits and then putting them in the back of the ute. Anyway, we're going to have some firewood. If it dries out, we're going to have some firewood for winter. Happy days.
So I think that is you pretty much up to date with what we have been doing. Now, whether we will continue or not, probably not. Now, that doesn't mean we would like you to unsubscribe. If you would like to see more from us, please comment and let us know. We just feel we're doing it for nothing, that we're not getting the interest that we were hoping we would get, and therefore it's just been, instead of a labour of love, just a labour. We just, what can I say? You know when you just do too much, and you're starting to feel a little bit of burnout, and you're just thinking, what am I doing this for? If there was some sort of reward, some sort of thank you, some sort of 4,000 subscribers plus, it might be worth it. But after 2 years only having 360, well, we had 366, we've lost another 2, and YouTube just making it harder, it's just not worth our while. So let us know if you want us to continue. If so, comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already, share us, give us a super thanks, buy us a coffee, help us out to give you more content. Otherwise, this might be us signing off. We might pick it up again when we start renovations, and we've got a lot of plans, and we are hoping that we can get our ugly duckling, she's even a colour of a duck, looking more like the swan she should be. And in that case, if we do manage to do that, we might pick up the camera again. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Bye everyone.